Now, I had a comment from a guy who said he's into visual effects and there's no way that the dog cam could be faked. And I say, why don't they give us 4 cameras 90 degrees apart, or even a few more, so we can get like a full panorama, 360 degrees at once in all screens. They'd never do that because the old fourth wall is missing, as they say in the sitcoms. The fourth wall is missing. Now look at this great image here of the stars. Yeah, the stars. You see how easy it really is? You know, this is an image just of water splashing down at the surf. But look, it looks like we're in outer space here. We've got space at the top. You know, if I just adjust this a bit, let's just zoom in a bit. Yeah, well, what do you reckon, eh? Other than this blurred water droplet here, look, makes a 9 or something. Looks like a spaceship. Actually, that's a UFO, man. That's proof of a UFO. There's your stars, there's your space, and this guy says you can't fabricate something. Well, look, I've just done it. I didn't even try. I just found a picture that looked like something. I start, working on this photo, and I could, take different shots of it and animate it. Come on now. They can do a lot, man. It's all pixels you're watching. That's all I was trying to say. The Earth's as flat as a pancake as far as I can see. Just go out and look around. I want to see these buildings leaning apart. But I know these people will go on the attack just of a good rationale here that they're definitely taken over the argument. And the people who might give credible information get pushed down into the corner there. And next thing they'll discredit these people. Matt Powland's already discredited himself. I made a video, a comment on his video where he was sticking up for the Holocaust. And I said, look, go and watch this video of mine, which clearly shows these things are amiss. And of course, he hasn't got back. It's already got them on different sides of the fence, as it were, of the same fence, but just the old arguments and everything's just going to blow up here. Now, I've got some really good ideas on why they even did this at this stage, because they know the whole ship is sinking. And now they've got a big argument that's keeping people a bit away from other things. It's the big sort of thing of the day. It is important. All these things are very important, but it's just the way it operates on these channels and across the net. We know it's all controlled. That's all I'm saying. So be aware of that. That's all I was saying. I've driven on beaches like this north of here that go, well, the one on Fraser Island goes for 100 kilometres. You drive all the way along that beach and you get no sense whatsoever that it's anything but flat as a pancake that whole way. And with a flat ocean. It's like being on the moon. This is sort of close to what it looks like, but on Fraser you wouldn't even see this sort of mountain in the distance there. Look how much you can see of that mountain. It's not disappearing. You can see right to the base of it, I swear to you. Just our eyes are only so good. And visible light's only visible so far. There's a lot of things there that fool people. But to me it's as flat as a pancake. But it's time to look at the whole psyop that's going on around us. Because that's why the shills will come out biting at anyone that's not following the puppet style behaviour. I don't like people who actually investigate what's really going on around here. And look, when you see waves in the ocean, and that actually is me there surfing on a little wave here in Queensland. So I've been around waves for years, and I've noticed when I've flown in an aeroplane along the coast here, you see the lines coming in straight sometimes for miles. You see them on the horizon. Now, if it was on a curved earth, things would be going on funny with the waves, wouldn't they? But, water has to stay flat. It's just something that we should have thought of when we were kids, when the teachers were saying, oh, look, this is the globe and that. We should have asked them, said, hey, how does I did ask some hard questions and that, but they seemed to have a baffling answer and, you just went along with the herd, didn't you? But now we're thinking a bit more. Anyway, I want to look at the ramifications of this stuff. I reckon they created that globe herb with the specific purpose that they could bring it down at any time. Because look, they certainly know the NASA game is up. So I'm expecting big disclosures. We've seen the Assange thing, the Snowden thing, and the whole madding crowd. So I'm going to have a video about how the madding crowd can go and how people can manipulate people. We've seen it before with Anonymous, so I'm expecting a new sort of rise, and that's what Dave Johnson was actually saying, that Dubai was looking to form a cult or whatever. So you see, there's a bit going on with this stuff. I suspect that we've still got a few years on all this yet, and that all these things that, you know, people who are thinking they're onto, but your general public, it's going to be a while. But still, this looks like the seeding of it, the start of it, you might say. Here on YouTube, you know, as a conspiracy thing, or call it what you will, it's a big topic. But in the general public, they're still shrugging their shoulders, and no doubt will be for a few years yet. But I can see the seeds of the thought have been laid, especially with NASA, and now with Flat Earth, and there's a few other things, you know, people will be questioning and waking up to. So the powers know that. So they've no doubt got a contingency plan. So let's just explore that a bit. And we might as well not all hate each other, because I tell you what, these people who are running this show, they laugh at that. And it's so easy for people to disagree and start bashing each other over the head. I'm talking about these major operations we see around us, not the just normal person that is just watching YouTube to sort of get informed. And that's what I'm worried about. There's so much deception here. And you try and point it out, and people just go off the handle at you, because there's paid shills, of course, designed on every level. You know, you've got to think like that. You think that shills are all this or that. No, shills are every type. I showed that long ago in a video about shills, how I saw connections between every type of shield you could imagine, and it all centered on RT.